Good evening, everyone. Good evening, my viewers and my fellow Trekkies. So here we have another close-up video, and this time it's we saw the unboxing a couple of videos ago. This time it's the Type 6 shuttlecraft. Length is 6 meters, sorry, not 600, 6 meters, and it holds a maximum crew of 8. And it's assigned to the USS Enterprise. So the Goddard is famous for one particular episode, but we'll go through that in detail as I look through the magazine. The Type 6 shuttle were normally assigned to Galaxy class, I suppose more than just Galaxy class, but all Galaxy class starships did have them. So the most commonly used design of shuttlecraft on the Enterprise D was the Type 6 personnel shuttle. It was one of 7. The Goddard was one of 7 different designs. Oh, sorry, the Type 6 was one of 7 different designs of shuttlecraft or shuttle pods that were assigned to the USS Enterprise. Now, when you look at the fact that the Enterprise D had roughly around around 1,000 crew members and family members all together, I suppose, yeah, you do need a lot of shuttles for any time they want to go. Maybe to a space station or maybe to another planet or something like that. The interior was basically a single compartment that ran almost the entire length of the shuttle and was accessed from the rear, with the entire back wall folding down to form a ramp. Galaxy class ships routinely carried 5 shuttles of this type during the Enterprise D's 7 years of service. These included the Curie, the Fermi, the Justman, the Magellan, and the Goddard. This is the Goddard. The last of these was given to Captain Montgomery Scott, who was found after several years being missing in that awesome episode called Relics. He said it was slow, but it did have its charms. And the Type 6 shuttles were also carried by Nebula and Intrepid class starships. And if you remember that episode, having been suspended inside a transporter beam for a long time, I think 70 years, something like that. He didn't really know what to do, so rather than stay on with the crew of the Enterprise D, Captain Picard gave him this ship so that he could go to wherever he wanted, in particular to a colony where he initially was headed to. It's a lovely little design. It's a lovely ship. The only thing I keep wondering is, what if they stuck for several hours or days for that matter? Where do they go to the loop? The rear compartment could also be equipped with a transporter, though this was not standard, or with seating for additional crewmen. In the standard configuration, there were benches on either side for diplomatic transport missions. That's what I've seen basically. For diplomatic transport missions, the rear part of the cabin could also be fitted with more comfortable accommodation for 2 passengers. Almost all of the shuttle systems were installed in the hull around the cabin in the most basic configuration. The Type 6 was powered by 2 1,250 milli-Cochrane fusion reactors that were capable of superheating plasma so that it could achieve warp speed. So, nice little design, nice ship. Even though, there were several other shuttles that came afterwards that kind of made me like more, I mean, the design wise and all that, this ship still is pretty awesome. So that's it. A quick closer look at not too much information about them because the book is very small, about the Type 6 and the Goddard in particular. Just one last thing, we'll show you what the back looks like. That rear panel wall over here will actually come down, and that's like a ramp. Yep. So that's it. Very, very, very well built design. Although she's small, there's a lot of detail. It's, I think, pretty accurate. So I like it a lot. I think this is probably one of the best that they've come out with so far. So tacking it down for the stand, I mean, taking off points off because of the stand as well as the fact that it's small. So thank you guys. This has been a closer look at the Goddard, the Type 6 shuttlecraft from Starfleet, model from Eaglemoss. Thank you. Take care. Bye.